Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is your bonus reading for today, and we are going to jump right in here. You have the Anchor and the Cross, and you also got one of these wild cards. This deck has these wild cards in it, but this is the Gilded Lenormand. And so, the Anchor and the Cross can actually be pretty good. It can say that you're finding stability in your life, or you're doing something to create stability. One little tiny challenge with the two cards is that it can represent holding on too tightly to your ideas. The cross kind of represents religious dogma in the Lenormand card reading system, and so obviously it doesn't have to be about your religion. Could just be some sort of idea that you've been holding on to that is holding you back. And, it could be about anything literally. So I would be keeping an eye on your belief system or your belief structure, and, make sure that you don't have outdated beliefs. It's like maybe you think that your job, for example, has to be hard, but maybe there are easy ways to do it. And if you adopt those new beliefs, then your job will become easier, right? So that's just one example. There's a million other things that could go on here. So, it looks to me like there's something that you are trying to see here. You start with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is showing up in the position of how you are entering into the reading. I'm doing a Celtic cross, so the Page of Swords is a card of curiosity and needing to tap into your curiosity. If something becomes interesting to you, you need to follow your interest. You need to kind of follow that feeling of being curious about something and learn more about it. The other interesting thing about the reading is that you have the Sun crossing here. So the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. But again, this is kind of like needing to see something. When you think about it, the sun is like a spotlight in our life. It shines a light on something that we need to pay attention to, and so for it coming up in the crossing position, it can say the universe is trying to get your attention on something that you're probably interested in with the Page of Swords. And I would move towards whatever that thing is. I'm not really picking up on one thing or the other. I do feel this could be financially related. You end with this Money card, which I'll of course show you in a minute. It could also be the Star card. The star is you, of course, Aquarius, but the star can kind of represent your purpose. The star is about your North Star. It is about that one guiding light that you follow in your life. So it's like the universe is clearly trying to get you to pay attention here. And it could be, what I think with these two cards here as well, the Cross and the Anchor, it's almost like the universe is saying, hey, there's a better way that you can accomplish your goal. Or there's a better way that you can get to the star. The star is you, Aquarius. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from a reading. I do feel like you have very big picture ideas about life. We have this bird right here, it's an ibis, and the ibis in the tarot is the bird of knowledge and wisdom. And so, the bird in the Star card can represent getting a bird's eye view. But it really tells me as a reader that you probably have this big idea for your life. Maybe it includes, your career, family, your relationships. It's like you have this big vision for what you want to accomplish in your life. And the star basically says, go for it. The star, she's pouring this water here onto land, and the water she's pouring onto land, it's coming from the pool of universal consciousness. And it basically is a symbol that says what's possible for one person is possible for everyone, because this water is flowing out into the earth. And I feel like you need to realize that. You need to realize that what's possible for anyone, if anyone has done what you want to do, then you can do it and you need to believe it. The other thing I would tell you is that if you have Capricorn in your chart, I would go watch that reading because Capricorn also had the sun in the exact same position. So, you two are born very close together. And again, if you're like a Cap rising or something, it might be something you want to pay attention to. In the area of your foundation, you have the Six of Swords. Pretty good card for your foundation. It kind of suggests you're moving forward. What also makes this a little bit better is the fact that we have the Three of Wands in your past. The Three of Wands kind of says, what are you waiting for? He is looking at an opportunity that he needs to move towards. And he also has these boats that are on the ocean here. The Six of Swords is a boat on the ocean. It's like you're moving forward, you're making progress. So really, I feel the Six of Swords is saying you're moving on to calmer shores. You're moving towards bigger and better things. Next in the past position, this is the energy of what you're moving past. You have the Scales of Balance, it says, find balance within yourself, and things will balance out around you. You have this Virgo card, it says, details, details. You need to look at something more closely. What you need to know lies in the details. I feel like maybe you were hung up on the details in the past, and I kind of feel that with that Three of Wands here, Aquarius, that you are letting go of the need to know everything. Is kind of what I'm feeling here on this Three of Wands. Again, he has an opportunity in front of him. He has those boats on the ocean, and the Three of Wands is a card of expansion, expanding with the universe, needing to go on a new adventure. And he's kind of just sitting here waiting. And I always say, this is my card that says, what are you waiting for? So it's definitely time for you to go on some sort of adventure. Or, I think it has been. But like I said, the good news that I feel here with that details card is that I feel like you are finally moving forward with that card. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have the serendipity card, which I love, and you have this here and now card. So the serendipity card kind of represents right place at the right time, or being at the right place at the right time. And you have that here and now card, which pretty much says the same thing. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you are exactly where you need to be. And if you're worried, about life, sometimes I think we have those worries where we're like, oh, I'm not at the right place I'm supposed to be in life. I hear from a lot of people that say oh, I'm 30, I should be married, or, oh, I'm 37 and I should have a business by now, or, I'm not as successful as I should be. I think those are just external pressures that we put on ourselves that we don't need to put on ourselves. So I feel like this is saying you are exactly where you need to be at this moment. There's no rush and things are happening right. Also in the area of the near future, the very near future, you have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about having a good time. And the sun crossing can say that you need to bring more fun into your life. The sun is about love, joy, happiness. All the positive feelings go into the sun. And so, if you are not feeling those things, Aquarius, the Three of Cups would say, it might be a really good time for you to make sure you are making time, or make sure that you are doing the things in life that make you happy. And, that's pretty much what I would do with the Three of Cups. Next, in the area of your outcome row, you have this Moose card. It says acceptance and eccentric on it. You also have this Coins card that says luck and money on it. Yes, your story is not going to be like anyone else's. I feel that's definitely what Aquarius needs to realize. Especially with Pluto in your sign for a long time, right? It's like your story is going to be very unique, or the way that you accomplish your goals, or the way that you, find the love of your life, or the way that you, move to your dream location, or, whatever it is you're trying to do in life. It's not going to follow a path that someone else has been down, basically. And I think you need to realize that. Sometimes I think we look for permission in life where we try to accomplish something, or we want to accomplish something, and then we go and we look for proof that what we want to do can work. But sometimes there is no proof, right? Sometimes you are the person that needs to be the proof. And you have the Star. The Star is about becoming an inspiration. So it's almost you are going to be the proof. There's nothing to compare yourself to, and that's what you need to realize over the next period of time. You have the Ten of Wands. I actually feel pretty good about this for you, Aquarius. Sometimes people say that the Ten of Wands can represent burdens, but he's getting a result for his burdens. He is about to reach his home in the background here, so he is about to release his burdens. And I feel that for a lot of you, that you are about to release your burdens, or you're about to, put a heavy weight down. And, that's what I feel with the Ten of Wands, is that you're about to release heavy burdens in your life. So I don't know, I feel pretty good about this. And again, I feel like you are getting into a very busy time, but, the Ten of Wands, he's almost reached his goal. So you might be busy, but at the same time, I think it's good. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Cups. You and Leo definitely get this energy of kind of walking away from connections. Leo is your opposite sign. So, the Eight of Cups is all relationships in your life, and I just feel that relationships are just changing for you, Aquarius. It's some people are coming in, some people are going out. I don't even think it's a dramatic thing, or there is drama. Maybe for some of you there is, but, I definitely don't feel for all of you there's a bunch of drama. It's just like life. It's sometimes we let people go, sometimes we let people stay, and it just is what it is. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Eight of Swords. Again, being a fixed sign, I think that the trick for you fixed signs is to be as flexible as possible. This is going to continue for a long time into the future. I feel that if you are only thinking there's one way to do things, then you're going to struggle. But I think if you stay flexible and also innovative because you are an Aquarius, that is going to be the thing that sets you free. I'm kind of getting a weird message here of needing to be careful of your emotions. She's standing in this tiny little pool of water below her on the Eight of Swords, and it kind of represents the fact that she has shallow emotions. Not that she is shallow, but, it can represent things like maybe she's worrying too much about things that are going on in her life, or maybe she's making a bigger deal out of things that are happening in her life. And she needs to take the blindfold off and look at things as they actually are. And so I would make sure that you aren't like blowing things out of proportion or, taking things too seriously in life. And as long as you do that, I feel you'll be fine. Your outcome is the Four of Cups. I feel you need to realize that you have all the ingredients for success. I always say he's disappointed because he's trying to manifest something. And if we pretend that he's trying to manifest like a cake into his life, he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, the frosting, whatever else he needs. He just needs to mix it all together and pop it in the oven. So the Four of Cups really says you have everything you need to be very successful. Or, you have everything you need to create success on your journey. But you just need to look at everything as a lesson. You need to look at the lessons you have learned, and you need to make sure that you are implementing those lessons. I also get a little bit of that worry, like I was saying earlier, where maybe you're thinking to yourself oh, everybody in my life is married except for me. Or everybody in my life has a successful career except for me. Or everybody in my life, has done this, And it's like he's disappointed with the results he's gotten so far. But again, like I said earlier, I feel you need to be very careful of that belief. It's like you are exactly at the right place at the right time. And that's what I would make sure you're telling yourself. I am in the right place. I would tell yourself that. Maybe that needs to, be an affirmation, or maybe that needs to be your mantra, for this period of time. Especially with the Here and Now and Serendipity card. That Serendipity card is very lucky. It is a very good card, so I think that you are kind of in the right place. But let's see here. I knew that was going to happen. I just dropped them all. That's all right. But let's see what else wants to come up for you here, Aquarius. With the Page of Swords and the Sun, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups wants us to focus on fulfillment. So the Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. You need to dig into things that you're interested in. I think it would be a good time to find fulfillment, and especially if you don't know what fulfills you, right? Sometimes we don't. I get comments all the time from people that say they don't know what makes them happy. And I always tell those people well, you need to go explore. They always say I don't know what to do. I'm well, go try stuff. Go look for things that you think you might be interested in. Try it and see what happens, Hobbies, ideas, social opportunities. Just go try them and see if it makes you happy or not. And, a lot of the times, as a Pisces, I will tell you this because I'm a Pisces, right? Pisces just want to stay home. It's sometimes I think we think that something wouldn't be fun, and then we go and do it and we have a bunch of fun. And so, as a Pisces, I never want to go out. Even when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, my mother literally had to force me to party, right? I was one of those teenagers that I'd be in bed at 8 o'clock, and my friends would literally call my mother and be wake Chris up, we're going out. And so my mom never had to worry about me partying, right? And so, again, I used to just want to stay home. But any time that I would go and do things, I would have a great time, right? So I feel this is saying you might be thinking oh, if I take that knitting class, it's just going to be a bunch of old ladies and it won't be very fun. But actually, I think you would have a great time. So go do stuff is what that Nine of Cups is saying. With the Star card, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Amazing. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. I think I was saying on that Star card that you see, I feel you have the vision. You see the big picture of everything you want. That is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is about building and leaving a legacy, so you have to put the work in. You have to take the steps to build the Ten of Pentacles to make it happen. I also kind of feel there is something that is missing here, and I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying I don't think we have to have things in life. We don't have to be married, we don't have to have a career. Those things are requirements that society puts on us. But I feel there's something you want that you don't have, and I feel it's time to get it, is what the Ten of Pentacles is saying. With the Six of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. Big victory coming in for you. This is you moving closer to the truth. We're all moving closer to the truth. There are going to be, there are tons of truths coming out. It's like lately I've been seeing so many like UFO stories and stuff like that all over, YouTube, right? All these celebrities are being exposed. Like so many things are coming out and it's like there are going to be more truths that come out, right? And so, buckle up. This is definitely a period of truth. But I think on a personal level, we could all be more focused on our own inner truth and we could be focused on like the life that we want to live and how can we create it. So I feel that you're very focused on that. With the Three of Wands, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? I feel that here. And it's also a card of analysis, which we have this Virgo card, right, in the same position, right? And the Seven of Pentacles can represent analysis paralysis. So the Three of Wands is like looking at an opportunity that you need to take advantage of. The Seven of Pentacles, like I said, is analysis paralysis, needing to make your move. So, I think if you haven't made a move yet on some sort of opportunity, I would take advantage of the opportunity. With the Three of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups says follow your heart. Your heart is clearly telling you to do something, especially with the Sun. The Sun again is your happiness. So I feel you need to move towards something that you think, maybe you're just thinking, maybe you don't know. Maybe you're just thinking that something will make you happy and I feel like you need to try it. The Queen of Cups also says you need to really trust your intuition. And we go up to the Eight of Swords again. The Eight of Swords, she has the blindfold on. Blindfolds in the tarot definitely represent needing to really tap into your intuition, or needing to make it a point to trust your intuition. With the Ten of Wands, there is definitely a better way to do things. I think I said this earlier in your reading, where it's like I get this feeling that you could be doing things the hard way. I feel like there's like an easier way to do things. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness and learning, so I think that it would be an amazing time to learn how to do things better. The thing about about the cross here is that the cross in the Lenormand is a burden, but it's like having a cross to bear. It's like Jesus carrying the cross, right? It's like carrying a burden that you don't need to carry. And, I kind of feel that with the Page of Pentacles where it's saying like there are new ways in work or business to be more successful, and I would just tap into those energies. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups can represent being disappointed. I wouldn't say this is a love reading here, Aquarius. I think it's more about you and the things that you're working on and what you're creating. But there's no doubt about it, you could have experienced disappointments in relationships or in love. And the Four of Cups with the Page of Pentacles could be like a new offer. So there could be a new person coming in for you. I would definitely, if you want love, I would give it a chance. With the Eight of Swords, what do you know? You have the Star, which is amazing. To get the Star twice in a reading, the Star is your future feelings. And so even though the Eight of Swords is feeling stuck, the Star is actually really good. It's like you're feeling like yourself because it is your card. The Star also says that you are probably focusing on the big picture. So I feel like you're very focused on your vision and accomplishing it, which is good. With the Four of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning. This is very good as well. Again, I usually hesitate on the Four of Cups as to whether or not the person I'm reading for is going to accept a new offer or not. And this doesn't literally have to be an offer. That new cup could just be something that you're doing, like an action you're taking, something that you're going to build or create in your life. It could be anything. But the Ace of Wands here really says that you are going to be accepting this offer, or you are going to be taking action on something. Of course, the Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new, so I would be, working on anything new. I would also be following your inspiration because the Ace of Wands is about following your inspirations. You have this Jug card. It says lighthearted, carefree time. I feel like you need to find this. Like again, this is like an activity, a group of friends, a knitting class for you old ladies out there or whatever the hell you're doing. I don't care. I would find something fun to do, literally. And people always say, why is that important? Because it gets you out of your head. When you're doing something that you don't have to think about, that's where all the good answers come from. You have this Tree card. It says affairs with your family. I feel pretty good about this. You have very good family cards here. Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, very good. So anything involving family, or if you want to create a family, very positive. You have this Monthly card. I always clarify these monthly cards, and you have this Stork card. It says news of a birth or new business opportunity. Very interesting because we basically have this energy of things moving slowly at first and then picking up momentum. So it's interesting that this timing card comes up here. That could be a period in the near future where you're noticing more forward momentum. You have this bull card. It says, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah, I feel that you need to be strong at this time and bold and assertive. Ace of Wands. We really have to go for the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is just a spark, right? We have to put more wood onto the fire with the Ace of Wands to get it to grow. So if you're starting anything, really give it a good, honest try. Because I think you could, if this is a new business idea or career or even a new relationship, it could be something that really grows. You have this Staff card. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. Yep, so nothing to worry about. We don't really see worries in this reading, but, there's kind of this fog in this reading of worry. Feel it. So stop worrying here, Aquarius. But this looks very good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your time.